Hello. Today I will show you the first version of Windows 11. We will understand some of the new features and see how the installer has changed. And so, let's get started. This video is not a step-by-step installation and configuration guide. This is a preview of what Windows 11 might look like. The first thing we see at the beginning of the installation is the new Windows logo design. Now it is square, unlike the previous one, to which we have already got used to. Next, the first stage of installation is no different from the previous version of Windows. Everything is standard here, only the logo has been changed. We press Next, and we see the next window of the installation menu in the previous version. It is a little strange that the logo is here as in previous versions of Windows. Click Install Now. The next window looks the same as before. This is the Windows activation window. I click. I do not have a product key, because activation on my computer will happen automatically. In the next window, as usual, we select the Windows edition. I select Windows Pro. Next. This is the license agreement window. Everything is the same here, and we can see that this is the last update for June 2021. Check the box. Next. In this window, you need to click only the installation of Windows. On my computer, there is only one disk with unallocated space. Here you need to click New. I leave everything as it is. Click Apply. OK, and now you can start installing Windows 11. Next. As usual, the computer should restart several times during installation. The completion of the installation of Windows 11 began, and now we see a cascade of appearance updates. A new window for selecting a region. I select the United States region and click Yes. Likewise, all the windows in the new design, with pictures and animation. The next window for choosing the keyboard layout. Leave the standard layout and click Yes. Here, as usual, it is proposed to add a second layout. I click Skip. Here it is asked to choose settings for personal use or for work. I select personal settings and click Next. In this window, as always, it is proposed to add a user. To create a new account, click Create One. By clicking here, you can enter with a security key. To sign in with a regular local account, click Sign In Options. I'll sign in with my Microsoft account. Now the new Windows will be activated with a digital license tied to my Microsoft account. Here I need to create a PIN code. In the privacy settings, I uncheck all the boxes as usual. And click Next. Here you can choose all the ways in which you plan to use your device. You can skip this and configure them later. The installation of Windows 11 ended, and a new desktop was loaded. The first difference is that the Start button and Quick Launch buttons are located in the center, and the taskbar has become noticeably larger. We also see that the corners of the windows have become rounded. The Windows logo is everywhere in the same style. It is square. A new Start menu automatically opened. It is also located in the center and slightly above the taskbar. We can say that the new menu hovers on the desktop. In Windows 10 the menu rested on the panel. At the top are application icons. If you hover the mouse arrow over them and spin the wheel, then the list of applications moves. These dots tell us which part of the list we are in. Right-click on the application icon and see a context menu with a set of standard actions. Detach from the start screen we are currently in. Unpin from taskbar. If you click on another icon, then here we see the command, pin to the taskbar, because this is a notepad and it is not pinned to the taskbar. If you need to open the application often, you can move it to the top of the list, or simply drag it to any place you want. Here you can go to the list of all applications. For this, click here. Click Back, and you will be taken back to the Start menu. Frequently used applications will appear below. Below there is a button, Accounts. Here you can go to Account Settings, log out of your account, and lock your computer. On the right is a shutdown button with 3 standard options. To close the menu, you can simply click on an empty space on the desktop. The Start menu opens and closes not only when you click the mouse, but also when you press the Windows key, as it was in earlier versions of Windows. The next buttons after the Start button are almost all standard: Search, switching between desktops, then a New Widgets button. To use them, you need to log into your Microsoft account. Further, Explorer, Edge browser, Windows Store, Office programs. Any quick launch button can be unpinned from the taskbar as usual. In this preliminary version there is an interesting function. I open the Explorer. If you hover the mouse over the Expand button, a menu appears, which offers several positions for this window. You can choose any, for example this one, and the window took up the right half of the screen. If another window is opened, then the system will offer to place it in an empty space. I will try to open the Edge browser. Here I select the right side of the screen. This is a handy feature and I think a lot of people will find it useful. Now let's see if there is still such a convenient program as Control Panel. I click on Search, and enter the name, Control Panel. Yes, this function has remained the same, only its appearance has changed slightly. Let's take a little look at Explorer. Here, as usual, you can change the launch window, click, File, change folder and search settings, click here, and select this computer. Here I uncheck the boxes. I do not need lists of applications and files that were previously opened. I close Explorer and open it again. Now this computer is immediately open, so I like it more. Right-click on an empty spot and select Properties. Previously, in Windows 10, you could open the familiar System Properties window, which we saw back in Windows 7. It's a pity, but it is no longer here. In the System Properties, we see that Windows 11 of the latest Windows update is installed on my computer. This concludes this video review of the new Windows 11. In my other videos I will show which Windows is faster, Windows 10 or Windows 11, and on which computer or laptop you can install the new Windows, according to the system requirements. Thanks for reading my video, and if you find it useful, please share my video with anyone. Good luck!